Hey everybody, Peter Parks here, and welcome to another edition of the Business Optimization Whiteboard Training. As you can see here, I've taken the time to write some stuff out for you beforehand so that we can go through it in depth but quickly, so I'm not wasting your time, which is extremely valuable. So let's get into it. Today what you're going to be learning is how to focus on really high value activities and really focus on income generating strategies and techniques, because I've noticed that over the last year and a half, when I've been talking to clients, when I've been doing consultations and mentoring, the few times I've run into a few clients that they don't know what to do on a day-to-day basis, or they don't know what to do during the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, or last quarter of the year. They don't have a really good strategic blueprint. So I'm going to break it down for you, and I'm going to keep it very simple, and I'm not going to speak too high level about this, but I'm going to give you the gist of what I teach my clients, my students, what to do. So it's about strategies and techniques. Now, strategies and techniques are the fundamentals behind your entire business. Yes, you have your tactics. Tactics, as far as I'm concerned, are short term. You can't really optimize tactics, but what you can do is you can optimize strategies and techniques. So that's what we're going to focus on when you're doing income generating activities. You need to focus on a core set of strategies and a core set of techniques. And every business model that you'll come across, whether it be affiliate marketing, whether it be direct sales, whether it be continuity programs for membership sites, they always have a core solid fundamental and a core solid strategy. So there's about 2 to 3 different strategies, 3 different techniques that are evergreen, that are foundational, that will work in pretty much every business model. What you need to do is, once you find those 2 to 3 core strategies and techniques, then you need to mix and match them for your particular business model. Then you refine them, optimize them, and scale them for your business so they're actually working. Okay, so it's not about, here's where I find a lot of entrepreneurs and a lot of business owners, a lot of affiliate marketers, newbies, niche marketers, whatever your handle is, here's what I find what happens. It's not about figuring out AdWords, Facebook ads. It's not about figuring out SEO. It's not about figuring out link building. This is where a lot of people, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of affiliates, they get stuck. Oh my God, I don't know which is the best link building service. Oh my God, now I've got to go out and I have to build out a Web 2.0 platform. Oh my God, I don't know how to build out a strategic Facebook fan page. All of these things do not generate income. What you need to focus on is you need to focus on paying somebody else, which is an expert, to get the results that you desire. So what happens after you do that, what happens is you can then attract and close your clients. So I'll say it again. This is the key when it comes to income generating activities. These are high value activities. What's the high value activity in your marketplace? Well, if you're promoting a product or a service, your high value activity is selling, is marketing. Your high value activity is not running around trying to figure out how to build a membership site. It's not running around trying to figure out how to properly format your press release. Your main core high value attraction is to attract and close your clients, and you're going to provide overwhelming value to them, which in turn is going to give you that money flow. So that's the core commandment number 1 when you're focusing in on high value income generating strategies and techniques. It's outsource what you're weak in. Don't even worry about it. Get everything outsourced so you focus on your main generating income activities, which is every day knowing what's your number. Now I say that because If you understand what your number is, and your number could be anything, your number could be the amount of opt-ins that you need to get per day, your number could be your budgeting for your front-end lead offer, your number could be the number of clients you are going to attract in one business day, whether it be offline or online. Those are income generating activities by knowing your number. So when you know your number, you know you need to focus your first 2 to 3 hours a day in getting your number. Because let's face it, I don't want you to sit there online and trying to build a business where you're trying to work 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours a day. Shouldn't be doing that. For you to actually generate your income, you need to be sharp, and you need to work smart, not hard. So when you wake up, you need to focus your first 2 to 3 hours of your day and prioritize what are my numbers, what are my daily to-dos, how am I going to generate income today. This is what you need to do. This is the mindset that you need to put yourself in. So what happens when you continually do this, in 21 days, you're going to be developing a rock solid habit. Number 2 is you need to leverage your skill set and practical knowledge to produce income instead of exchanging time for money. And let me explain this to you right here, because this is what a lot of entrepreneurs are actually doing right now. A lot of people are exchanging time for money. So time is the only leveraged asset that you have left really in this lifetime. So you need to be able to optimize your time. Right now I'm optimizing my time because right now I'm going over the whiteboard and I'm giving you a little bit of mindset training. I'm giving you a little bit of high value training. So I'm optimizing my time. And what I'm going to be doing with this is I'm later going to be distributing this to various networks. So again, this training is going to work for me on an ongoing basis. So I don't have to come back here and cut 3 or 4 or 5 different videos on the same particular training. I'm going to get this training to you, deliver it to you, then I'm going to distribute it amongst my networks. So a lot of people, what they do is they trade time for money. So they're trading $10 an hour when they should be outsourcing that $10 an hour and figuring out, okay, I'm just paying somebody else $10 an hour and delegating them to get this particular task. What I need to do now is I need to generate an income that's going to be double of what I'm paying out. So you're never behind the 8 ball and you're never in the red, you're in the black, right? Now, the second thing that happens is when you trade time for money, what happens here is eventually you'll put yourself in the financial poorhouse. And this is the last thing that you want to do, is put yourself in a financial poorhouse. You want to make sure that you are in the financial wealth. You want to make sure that you are in the mansion. So you want to make sure that you own everything. So you're not wasting your time exchanging time for money. Now, the next tenet to this is huge. It's not what you know or what you do with your specialized knowledge. It's how you're going to leverage your specialized knowledge and how you're going to apply it. That's what's going to bring in your income for you. See, here's the thing that a lot of people just don't understand. It's not about the knowledge that you have. It's how you practically apply that knowledge. That's going to help you to leverage what you know and get it out there to your marketplace, which in turn is you're providing value to that marketplace, and then from that point that income is going to start to flow in. So again, it's not about what you know, it's about your specialized knowledge and what you do with that specialized knowledge. What's going to happen is when you practically apply it, that's what's going to bring in your income. So keep that in mind when you're actually going through this process. Don't worry about what you know, because you could be book smart, you could have read 1,000 books, but out of those 1,000 books, you've never actually practically applied anything out of those books. You're just repeating verbatim out of those books, and that's something that you don't want to do. The third tenet of high value activity and focusing on your mindset is you want to be able to choose a business model, and this is key. You want to be able to choose a business model that provides overwhelming value to not only your market, but to your entire niche market. So you're going after a market and you're going after that niche. So what you want to do is you want to be able to make sure that you go wide and deep. If you're going to get into a business model, you want to be able to make sure you take out your competitors. So when you're providing overwhelming value to your direct market and your direct niche, you're providing a value to your whole entire niche, right? And then from there, that's going to directly fund your ideal lifestyle. Now let me put this in perspective for you. If you focus on this, which is your high value activity, within about 3 to 6 months, what's going to happen is when you take over your market and you take over your niche and you've spread yourself wide and deep, you've gone into it, what's going to happen in about 3 to 6 months after you've accomplished this is your competitors are either going to do one of two things. They're either going to turn into your highly leveraged distribution networks for a joint venture partnership, or they're going to be your affiliates, or you're simply going to push them out of the marketplace because you're too good at what you do. So let me repeat that. One or two things are going to happen when you're providing this strategy, when you're choosing a business model and you're pushing wide and deep into your market and your niche. In about 3 to 6 months after you accomplish this, your joint venture partners are going to become your high leverage collaboration partners, your distribution networks, your affiliates, or you're simply going to push them out of the marketplace because you're too good at what you do. Now, I don't know about you, but I like this model right here in 3 to 6 months and another particular niche market where I have people coming to me. I'm not going out to get the information is coming to me. See, it's not pushing, it's about pulling. The kind of leverage that you want to have when you move into a marketplace, you want to have that pull. You want to be pushing, you don't want to be doing push marketing. Push marketing was way back in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s where you're beating people over the head. You want the pull, because when you pull, you're going to get all the leverage. So when you're doing that, you want to be focusing in on a business model that starts out with residual income and turns into passive income. See, a lot of marketers that I see, when I'm looking at their business models, they start with the one-off. Big, huge launches, and then that's it. The income trickles in after a couple of weeks, then it flat out dies. Then they got to worry and scramble running around 6 months later to build another business model or to do another product or to do another launch, which is not bad. But if you set up your business model correctly the first time and you set it up using passive income, you set it up using residual income, well, eventually residual income, once you build it up and you've got critical mass, that turns into passive income, right? And that passive income grows every day. So every day that you wake up, your income grows. Now, again, I don't know about you, but I like the fact that of all the niche markets that I'm in, I start out with the residual income model. Because for one, I'm a pretty lazy guy, and for two, I really just don't like working that hard. I like to work smart. So I start out with my residual income streams when I'm going into a niche market. That's the business model that I like. And then my residual income streams turn into passive income. Because I know in every niche market that I go into, I'm building out a database and I'm having that database sign up. And they're constantly giving me money every month, and every month it just grows because I've got my joint venture partnerships, I've got my affiliates, I've got my distribution network set up so they're pouring in leads for me all the time, and those leads are converting in my content generation funnel. So what happens from my content generation funnel, that turns into my promotional funnel, and from my promotional funnel, I'm dripping in my sales, and my sales are increasing in other niche markets. And what I like to do is, with this particular model right here, residual income, licensing services are a very high leveraged, high value activity to get into. So when you're licensing out your products, you're licensing out your services, you get a front end retainer, you get a percentage of each sale, and you get a percentage on the back end for whatever term that you work out. So you're actually getting paid three different times. My fingers are kind of screwed up. But that's how I usually like to start. And from the three different income streams that I generate from my licensing service model, I can back in another 2 to 3 other income streams from there after the fact. So for those of you that don't know, a couple of years ago, and actually I still do to this day, I'm one of Bob Serling's students when it comes to $1 million licensing. That was all about how to license out the product, your service, to get joint venture partners, to pull deals together, to pull in tollgate joint ventures, matching a product owner with a list owner, bringing them together. This is what I talk about when it comes to residual income turning into passive income. This is a huge leveraged business model. So, in keeping in today's whiteboard lesson, this is what I'd like you to think of. And I'm actually going to take a snapshot of this and I'm going to send it over with the training that I upload so that you can see everything that I just talked about. But to sum everything up, if you're looking to get into online marketing and you're looking to optimize your business, you must have the core fundamentals of you must be focusing in on income generating activities, and there must be high value activities that you're actually focusing in on, because everything else is you're just scrambling around chasing your tail, and you're going to wonder what you're going to be doing for the next 3 months or the next 6 months. You're always going to map everything out. You have to be strategic and you have to think long term. So with that being said, I'm going to shut today's lesson off. My name is Peter Parks from internetmarketing-alchemy.com. If you'd like to get more information about what I'll actually teach you when you come into one of my mentorship programs or one of my coaching programs or my consultation program, I'll show you how to optimize your business. I'll show you how to refine your business, and I'll show you how to scale your business out so that you're going from a residual to a passive income business model, which is high value. So with that being said, I'm going to see you in the profit zone. Take care, everybody.